Hey everyone, and welcome to our countdown of the top 5 coldest countries in the world. Get ready to explore some seriously chilly places where it gets so cold your bones might freeze and everything turns into a winter wonderland. From the massive snowy plains of Siberia to the icy top of Scandinavia, we're going on an adventure to some of the most extreme places on Earth. These are places where life somehow keeps going even though it's freezing, where people and animals have figured out how to live in conditions that would make even the toughest of us shiver. Come with me, Zamazingo, as we explore these icy lands and meet the amazing creatures that live there. Way up north in Asia is Russia, a land of huge differences. It has everything from normal forests to giant mountains. But the coolest part, pun intended, is the Siberian wilderness, where winter lasts for ages. Here it can get so cold it's unbelievable. The record is a mind-blowing -90 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold enough to freeze mercury solid. But even though it's super cold, life finds a way. Siberian tigers, with their thick fur and strong legs, walk around the frozen forests, and reindeer travel across the snowy plains. These animals, and the tough people who live there too, show us that life can go on even when it's really, really hard. Next, we're off to Canada, a place known for amazing nature and, you guessed it, super cold winters. Canada's northern parts, just like Siberia, show how powerful nature can be. Huge forests turn into frozen tundra, and the northern lights, nature's own light show, dance in the sky, lighting up the snowy ground below. Polar bears, the kings of the ice, walk along the frozen shores. Their big paws and thick blubber keep them warm in this freezing place. And in the middle of all this ice, Inuit people have lived for hundreds of years, knowing how to survive in one of the toughest places on Earth. Chapter 3, Mongolia, land of the eternal blue sky. Mongolia might make you think of wide open spaces and people riding horses, but this country gets seriously cold winters too, because it's right in the middle of Asia. Mongolia has crazy weather. Super hot summers turn into super cold winters. In the north, it can get to -40 degrees Fahrenheit or even colder. That's tough to live in. But even with the cold, the Mongolian people still live like they always have, moving their animals across the frozen ground. They're tough and connected to the land, showing us how amazing people can be. Chapter 4, Norway, a frozen paradise. From huge mountains to the northern lights, Norway is a beautiful place, but this country knows cold weather, especially up north in the Arctic Circle. Here, winter makes the land look like a fairy tale, with snowy forests and frozen lakes shining under the northern lights. Even though the winters are long and dark, Norwegians love the cold. They love the quiet beauty of the snow. From skiing and ice skating to staying warm in cozy wooden cabins, they've figured out how to not just live, but enjoy the winter. Chapter 5, Finland, land of 1,000 lakes and snowdrifts. Our last stop is Finland, a place famous for its forests, lakes, and yep, you guessed it, cold winters. Finland turns into a real winter wonderland when it gets cold. The lakes freeze over and become places for ice fishing, skiing, and even ice swimming, if you're brave enough. Like other people in Scandinavia, Finns respect nature and know how to live in the cold. From their saunas, which are like hot rooms to warm up in, to their love of winter sports, they've made the cold a part of their lives. Finland shows us that life can be amazing even when it's freezing. Ultra farewell from the frozen frontier. Thanks for coming with me on this trip to some of the coldest places on Earth. From the snowy Siberia to the frozen lakes of Finland, we've seen how tough nature and people can be in the freezing cold. These icy places aren't empty, they're full of life, with special animals and cultures that have learned to live in some of the hardest conditions you can imagine. As we've seen, the cold can be beautiful and tough, changing the land and the people who live there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome videos. And until next time, keep exploring our amazing planet.